Using course structures in Blackboard Learn 9.1 Service Pack 8. Course structures are basically course templates that can be applied to any existing course. To do so, you go to your control panel, select Customization and Teaching Style. Select Course Structure is the first option on this screen, and there are many optional course structures. The first thing we need to be aware of is that any course structure that you add to your course shell will be added to the course but will not replace or delete anything that's already there. So the worst that you're going to have to do if you don't care for something that the course structure adds to your shell is to delete it subsequent to the activity that we're about to look at here. So you're not going to permanently ruin a course shell by trying this. Now, course structures are subdivided into a number of categories. There are those that focus on activity within the course, that focus on communication, that is, the assumption being that this shell will be used primarily for communication more than content delivery. You can focus on content. You can make your course look more like a course from another system, like Angel or WebCT Vista. Or you can focus on time periods in your course design, days or weeks. To see what the menu structure of a course structure will look like, you can simply click on the course structure. For instance, let's try constructivism here. You get a brief description of what this course structure is meant to do, and then you see the menu structure. If you want to see more about the menu, if you want to have a better idea of what each menu item is intended for, you can just click on it and you'll get a pop-up box that tells you that the Learning Hub is your main area for sharing readings, or that's what it's intended for. And you can do that with any of the menu items. If you want to use a structure, you just click this button here labeled Use This Structure. Let's take a look at a couple of other options here. If you want to emphasize a Web 2.0 sort of course structure, this is what you'll get. And your top option is discussion. Web 2.0 is very collaborative, very social networking oriented. If you want to focus on content and you want to do it by learning module, you might use this structure where your modules are at the top. If you want your course to look more like the old Blackboard Vista menu structure, you can take WebCT 1. That should look very familiar to those of you who use Vista for years. Or if you want to focus on a weekly orientation or organization for your course, you might try this one. And there are also, of course, many other options. I'm going to try this science-focused one here. And I'm going to select Use This Structure. And I can optionally include content examples for each of the content areas in the course structure if I want an idea of what the designers at Blackboard think I might put inside those. We'll take a look at that at any rate. Once I've done that, I can simply go to the Submit button, say OK, and wait for the changes to be applied. The menu items that were in the course structure have now been applied above the menu items that were already present in the shell to start with. I can keep any of these that I had originally or delete any of them as I wish. And I can, of course, use the new menu items, and I can look at the suggested content items that are in each. So this sort of gives you a leg up on creating a course structure, one that you can modify to fit your own needs and desires with relatively little effort.